So seeing your life and the whole universe as one unit of energy does the job. It takes you out of that chatter, that separateness, which is just an illusion, which is not there like that, but we create that sort of mental illusion. So Vedanta, the highest knowledge is letting go and let be. What you are letting go, the smallness, and let be. You say let be, when saying let be is not correct, because whether you let be or be, it will always be, it will be there. The energy is always there. So energy form like Vibgaya, like the rainbow. So whatever color is there, it is still light, no? It doesn't matter, it's a blue, green, yellow, orange, violet. It's one light. In the same way, all different emotions, all different feelings are also part of one light, one energy. When there is ignorance, you call that as the energy of anger, the energy of sadness. Sadness is also energy, I tell you. Energy with ignorance is sadness. Energy with wisdom is bliss. The same energy becomes bliss. You are keeping a long face, and that is also energy. But that energy is what? With ignorance, with all mental gymnastics that you go through, it becomes negative energy. Or what we so-call negative, the so-called negative feelings, they call it negative feelings because it restricts you, but still it is energy. And the same energy becomes positive with wisdom. And so that one field of consciousness from where everything has come, in which everything is there, and which is everything, that is called Brahman. That is what the Brahma Sutra or Vedanta is all about. It's a Janma Adhyasyata. The life and its sustenance and its dissolution is all from that which is conscious, is Brahman, is all around us, is always there. And Anandamaya Abhyasa, and it's Shastra Yonit, it's full of wisdom, it's full of knowledge, it's full of information. This energy is again information. Energy is wisdom, energy is knowledge. And the energy, when it is practiced with wisdom, it is Anandamaya, it's bliss, it manifests as bliss. With ignorance, the same energy manifests as sadness, as anger, as rage, as jealousy, all those feelings. So, if you can be sad, you can be blissful too. Yeah? If you are sad, that means you have the ability to be blissful. And to be blissful, you need to practice it. Santosha, contentment is also a practice, Like cleanliness, Shaucha, Santosha. Shaucha is cleanliness. Cleanliness is a practice. You can't say cleanliness will happen all by itself. You need to brush your teeth. You need to take a shower. You need to keep things clean. Similarly, when dust comes and sits on you, you need to shake it off. Even dogs do it. If water or dust sits on them, they just shake it, shug it, and get rid of it. Any animal does it. It's in the nature. So we need to practice it. Shaucha means cleanliness has to be practiced. Similarly, santosha, contentment, happiness also to be practiced. But if we practice to be, we have practiced or we have conditioned our mind to be miserable, to be unhappy, then we remain in that energy only. Because it's the same energy. And we have to deconditioning it and making your energy radiate bliss and happiness. It's not a big, it's not a very difficult thing. It's not a big thing. Just a little wisdom, little practice. And if you, if you practice to be happy, put a habit to be content, and happy, that's what it is. That's why I said Ananda Mayobhyasa. By practice, the Brahman, the infinite energy, appears to be bliss, manifests as bliss. Otherwise, it will keep in ignorance. You are attached to small little things here and there, and then you can remain miserable. Yeah, that much good enough, no? So if you are miserable, it's surely because of your habit. You are habituated to be miserable. And I tell you, you have the ability to shift that. You can habituate yourself to be happy, to be content, to be blissful. And you need to do that. This is the essence